All right, we'll move right into our consent agenda, if I can find it. On page 15, Commissioner Bruins, $412.43. Motion to approve, please.
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion carries.
Yes, sir.
Totally unprepared. Page 16 and 17, Goliad Auto Parts, $1,690.05. Motion to approve, please.
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I
Motion
abstain.
carries. Page 18, Highway Garage, $1,128. Motion to approve, please.
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
One abstention.
Motion carries. The remainder of the consent agenda, anyone have any questions? Not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve it.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 is consider approval to advertise for bids for the purchase of a vehicle for the Goliad County Sheriff's Office using abandoned vehicle funds. So this would be at no cost to the county. Need a motion to approve that, please?
Is it going to be just for one vehicle, Judge?
I'm sorry?
One vehicle?
That's what it says, yes, sir.
Okay. Motion to approve it.
Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve Gerloff and Company proposal for water damage repairs at the Franklin Street Annex. That's a $172,000 contract, and our deductible is $10,000. It's the same as the library, so that's a pretty cheap remodel job.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? If not, I need a motion to approve, please.
They are tip certified?
I'm sorry?
They are tip certified? Was this a bid?
No, this was an emergency repair. We had a flood. It's the same as the library. No, they're not. Well, I'm not going to tell you they are tip certified. What I will tell you is it's an emergency bid, and you're not required to go out for bids on emergencies. So that's where we're at.
And I was
At
looking,
any rate, it's $10,000.
right.
If it was a $500,000 job, it's still $10,000.
Right, that's our deductible. And I was looking through that, they are gonna fix, repair, or replace all the plumbing, right?
In the entire building?
Well, there's only 2 bathrooms, I believe, or 4, 2 together. That old hospital had, water going to each room. Are they gonna check if those pipes are alive or if they've been sealed off? I looked through it, but I couldn't tell what.
Well, I don't think that they intend to repair all the plumbing, that's not broken, and it would be tough to inspect it without tearing the sheetrock off, and then all you can see is exterior holes. You don't have any way of measuring the thickness of the pipe. So my answer would be probably not.
Okay, because that pipe was like a 1-inch, and it was rusted at a joint, so had a connection.
But I will inquire about that.
Okay, I appreciate it, because next week, that week after they finish it, we could bust another one.
All that's true.
That's scary.
Need a motion to approve this contract.
So move, Judge.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, approve moving accounts from Prosperity Bank to the depository bank, First National Bank of Shiner. And these are 4 accounts that are currently maintained by the clerk's office. And I think by law, they're required to be in our depository bank, which they're not, and I don't know why when the accounts were moved in 17, those accounts did not get moved for whatever reason. I personally was not aware of them, but there's 4 accounts. You have something to add?
There's 4 or 5 accounts.
Okay.
I was brought to my attention by the outside auditor that we had that these accounts exist outside of our depository bank, and by law they need to be in best practice to have all of our financials together in one bank, and that would give some better oversight over the accounts, because I personally didn't know they were there, and I'm supposed to be overseeing all the accounts, so they need to get moved.
Are those accounts like checking accounts? Could they write checks on those things?
I believe they can write checks on them. Maybe
Oh, my.
I don't know. I don't have the particulars on them because I haven't seen anything on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were always told it always showed up on the books that there were accounts still open at Prosperity, but it's just like they weren't closed in our system.
Well,
But
one's
they-
got $75,000 in it.
And you don't get a bank statement on that?
Not me personally, no. They've been sent to P.O. Box 50 that goes to the clerk's office.
So the clerk's office definitely knew that they had accounts that were open that were not in the
Right.
depository bank.
Yes, sir.
I read a draft report of the auditor's office which said that the sum total of those 4 accounts was $652,000.
$600,000.
So I think it's past time that we have another set of eyes.
Yeah.
Not
And-
accusing anyone of anything, I'm just saying that when we're doing county business, we have to have more than one set of eyes on every account.
Right.
So we have checks and balances set up for all of our regular accounts through the auditor and treasurer's office. And this one has been monitored and looked at only through the clerk's office. So all we want to do is move them to the First National Bank of Shiner. I don't think there's any more to it than that, right?
That's all that needs to be done.
Do we need a motion on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we move these accounts, however many there are, into the Shiner Bank.
Need a second, please?
And the previous outside audit never caught that?
Since 2016, we haven't had an outside audit.
No, we had
You had
well,
a
checks
balance
and
audit.
balance.
You had a balance audit.
Balance sheet audit was the last one. This
When-
one is a full scope audit for 21. And we will be bringing it to Commissioner's Court the next time we meet.
So like 2016, when the last outside audit got done, the bank depository got changed in 17. So there hasn't been any way to know that they were over there unless somebody would have come forth and told us that they still had bank accounts open.
That is the year we moved, that the Goliad Bank got the
17.
bid on to change to
Right,
their bank.
17.
We have a motion. I need a second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discussion action regarding use of Precinct 1 water truck between August 11th and August 15th for the use of the Goliad County Fairgrounds. Commissioner Edwards?
Yes, sir, that's the weekend that they have their annual, that Go Texan has their bull ride event. And we've always let them use it in the past. And I would suggest, or I would like to let them use it again.
Can you make a motion?
I make a motion that Precinct 1 water truck will be available to the
Need a second, please.
Go Texan.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Lockwood, approval of fuel bid.
Oh,
Watch out.
Whoa.
Tell you,
Don't be
that's
nervous.
On that every time. Yeah,
Don't
they
be
can
nervous.
paint it orange. I believe you all received copies of the bids, and so I guess it's just a matter of approving one. It looks like New Distributing came in at a lower price. The only other bidder, I think, was oil patch. The only thing would be is that if there's a new distributing has 1,000-gallon minimum, otherwise they charge a 15-cent surcharge. But it looks like their per gallon price is the lowest, but it's up,
What was oil patches?
lower than oil patch, yes.
What was the total gallon per price? It's not on the paper. It just says 15-gallon markup.
Oh,
No, it says 12 cents on oil patch and new distributing is 11, but oil patch
15 on oil patch,
is
sir.
over. Well, I got a page here that says,
Mine says 15.
look at that.
that's 2020,
Pardon?
2020 bid. Oh, and 2019,
Mine says fuel bid list, tally sheet 2022.
So,
well, I didn't see that one.
Well, my question is, how many fuel bid have we had? Is this the
Third.
second or third?
this is the third.
Mm-hmm.
The first two, only one person for each one. We only got one response on the first one and only one response on the second. And this time, we only got two,
Two.
right?
Okay, my next question is, I'm just asking the question here. It says markup. They have a little better than 11, new distributor has a little better than 11-cent markup. Well, what's the base? Is it the same base? Would it be the same base as the oil patch? Which would be the oil patch, which is a 15-cent?
On this rack report, I think it's on a weekly thing that they have, they send the report every time.
Correct.
The base is a moving target.
Yeah.
I realize that, but I want to know, does new distributing have the same moving target as oak patch, or do they get a,
What's in your packet? I don't know. That wasn't, I
Okay.
just provided the information. I didn't look. I don't know if you guys got it or not.
I didn't get that part of the packet, I don't think.
I've got 2019, 2020, and 2021 bid.
So I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I'm assuming they should be the same. Probably buying it from the same place.
Correct, but sometimes if you buy more gallons, more in bulk, maybe they give you a little cheaper price. And where is new distributing out of?
They're on
Yeah.
the,
They're out of Victoria.
on 59.
Yeah. And so is
Han-
oil patch
Hans-
is also out of Victoria.
Hanselman Road.
Correct, so they should have the same, I'm hoping they have the same,
They do a lot of business. They supply most every gas station
Yeah.
in Victoria. And to be honest, this is the third bid they've won.
mhm.
They were the only bidder in the first two rounds, and now they've won when other
They
bidders.
only bid on one of the rounds. I think it was the first one. They didn't respond to the second, and they did the third.
Okay.
Was their bid the same on the first one, the markup? Was it 11.4?
I
Oh.
didn't look.
Okay.
If that was disqualified, I didn't.
Yes, ma'am. Also have another question. It looks like they're not on the non-ethanol, new distributing is not offering, they're not offering new,
Non-ethanol?
well,
Thanks.
maybe they are. Oh, they're more. Okay, they jumped up there. Okay. They are offering it, but it's at a higher price than oil patch. And I also have a question about the high sulfur red off-road diesel. All the equipment that we have says they want low sulfur diesel. And yet this clearly says high sulfur red diesel. The regular diesel is low sulfur. I know it doesn't make sense to me. Only thing to do is put red dye in it.
That's exactly right. They just
So-
put dye in it.
So what's the difference? Why is it high sulfur then?
Well, one's your regular road diesel and one's your off-road. I don't know which is which.
The red is the off-road.
Maybe it's terminology. I don't know.
I think it would be fair to say that neither oil patch or new distributing make their own diesel. They probably came out of the same refinery. I mean, it's,
My question is, I got a couple of them, but if you're under 1,000 gallons, I think New Distributing is asking for like 40 cents.
I think it's a 15-cent gallon surcharge if I think it said the combined order was under under 1,000. So basically it's a 1,000-gallon minimum for them to come out, otherwise it's a 15-cent. But I don't know if that was, I honestly don't know if that meant the whole delivery, or if it was on if you had to get 1,000 of unleaded or if it's,
The way I read it, I thought it meant, if I got 3 tanks, highway diesel, off-road diesel, and gas. So if they deliver to me, I've got to have at least 1,000 gallons,
I believe
or I'm
so.
penalized for that.
I don't know how they deliver it.
Now, I don't know whether that
Is it
means,
separate deliveries
all
when you get it,
precincts or just my precinct delivery. But I know Oil Patch didn't put that clause in there. And like we said, Oil Patch owns the tanks, that for a penny a gallon difference, we're probably gonna have to upset the apple cart and move
New
tanks and
distributing would give
pumps
you
and
tanks as
everything.
well.
Yeah.
That-
And I don't know whether we're gonna have to buy tanks now, or if New Distributing is gonna furnish them.
I don't know, that would be a question that you'd need to ask them. It wasn't specified in the bid, so I don't know.
My thought is that New Distributing and Oil Patch, they all do the same thing. I can't tell you that for a fact, but one of them wouldn't be in business long if they weren't making the same deal that the other one was making, I would guess. I mean, just from a logic perspective, but I can't swear to that.
And of course, we've already bought the diesel and gasoline that's in our tanks, and so New Distributing is going to have to take the diesel, the gas, into their empty truck, take the tank, and then Oil Patch is going to have to come take their tanks and move them, and then New Distributing is going to have to do it. So it'll be a process, but we're talking about 11 cents to 15 cents is almost 40 cents, about 35 cents more.
4 cents.
Yeah, it's about 35, that's about a 35% more. So.
Well, one of them's 11, the other one's 15. I don't have the 22 bid. I've looked through all of my stuff.
I'm sorry, I don't.
20, mine's 2.
The markup for Oil Patch is almost 35% more. Their 15 cents is about more than 30% more than the 11.4. Almost 11 and a half cents versus 15 cents. I mean, that's a considerable amount in my opinion.
Yes, but correct, if you don't get 1,000 gallons at least, they're gonna charge you another 15 cents on top of that 11 cents.
I think we all have enough tanks that we can get 1,000
Is
gallons.
that correct?
And I think Kenneth said it, and I agree with him. I think all 3 tanks, they're going to use the combined, it says combined delivery is what it says here on this page. So if you got 300 gallons of each of the 3, or 330 gallons of each, then there would be no additional charge.
Yeah, but you're saying one's 11 cents markup and the other one's 15 cents.
New Distributing is
That's-
15 cents added onto that 11 cents.
That's 4 cents.
No, no,
No, it's an additional on top of whatever their markup is. It's an additional 15 cents.
On top of the 11 cents, which would be 26 cents and some change, where Oil Patch is only 15 cents gallon markup.
I got 3 tanks. I always get at least 1,000 gallons delivered. I don't just order one fuel, I order multiple fuels because I thought Oil Patch was also charging 1,000 gallon minimum. So I always get more. My three tanks, I wait till all 3 of them, I can get at least 1,000 gallons.
And like you say, Commissioner, if you go with another distributor, they're gonna have to change out tanks, pull the fuel that's out in the current tanks, and all that's not gonna be for free. That's gonna be another charge on top of this.
And I have Oil Patch also. I suggest we approve both of them.
Approved, but I don't think New Distributing will put any fuel in Oil Patch. I've asked them.
I know, but I'm saying approve both bids.
And I want to say something too, because the only time I ever really probably don't order 1,000 gallons and be less is this time of year when, if a storm blows in and I've got 3/4 of a full tank, I'm gonna fill it up. Before a storm, I wanna make sure I've got as much as I can get in those tanks. So in that situation, I may get into that penalty of ordering under 1,000 gallons. That'd probably be the only time it would happen. But, that's the situation that, we could all get into if we have a storm like Claudette that whirls up in 3 or 4 days and hits us. Most of the time we have a couple weeks to be getting ready, but it has happened where it's just popped up and hit us. So, that's all.
Judge, I'm gonna make the motion that we keep the same vendor we have, All Patch Petroleum.
I'll second that.
Need a second?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
So we've chosen the higher vendor. Okay. Approval of the seal coat bids.
Received 3 bids for seal coat. We got a bid from H&C Construction, J. Carroll Weaver, and a KC Lease Service, and HC, his bid was lowest at $1.98 per square yard. The other were $2.65 and $2.39.
Well, I can tell you that H&C is got the contract for this year, and they're, just for information, it's $1.24 per square yard this year, and it's going up to $1.98 because costs have just gone up. So, but they are definitely the cheapest. I have H&C is in my precinct today. They're going to seal coat tomorrow. So I make a motion that we approve for the seal coat H&C contractors out of Shiner, Texas.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public
Thank you, Rigo.
announcements?
For all of that, that was a lot of.
Anyone
gone
have
through
a
a
public announcement?
I got a call this morning from TxDOT. So in 2 weeks, they're going to start on the Perdido Creek Bridge on Danforth, on Frankie Road. They're going to put signs out today or tomorrow telling people that, and then the 3rd week, and in 3 weeks, there'll be demolition that bridge. And they're not going to do a bypass. So as of right now, they're not. So.
Well, I also have a update then on the Siler Road Bridge.
Right.
They have got the bridge pretty well done. They don't have the approaches to it, but the bridges are, the bridge with new concrete sides and much wider is going to really help the traffic on Siler Road. So they're going to be through before September.
Any other public announcements? If not, I'll need a motion to adjourn, please.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.